Marriage is a formal union and social and legal contract between two individuals that unites their lives legally, economically, and emotionally.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Wait Again Minute. Today is November 19th, 2020. I'm excited to get this topic going. I'd like to welcome three beautiful couples, marriage couples, that is. I have the Luthers. Did I say that right?
No, ma'am.
I want you to correct me. Lothers. Mr. and Mrs. Parker, Mr. and Mrs. Gambrell. Gambrell, wait a gam minute. And the topic tonight is marriage is. I couldn't tell you what marriage is because I'm not married. Hello, somebody. So we're gonna start off by who wanna start off by giving us the title marriage is. We have some couples that's been married for some time, then we have some newlyweds. So I'm gonna start over because I wanna make sure I got it right. Gambrels, let me see. Say hello. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Wait again, what?
Wait again,
Minute. Okay, I have Mr. and Mrs. Parker. Hello.
What's up? How y'all doing?
It's okay. We're going to have fun with this tonight, okay? Y'all look alike, too. Hello. And we have the Lothers.
Yes,
Hello, somebody. Got it right. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Okay, we can start off with, let's see, the Parkers. In your own definition, I'll start off with Mrs. Parker. Marriage is. Oh. Okay, so y'all gonna introduce yourselves. Okay? So we'll start with the front and just go all the way around. Go ahead, babe.
Hello, everyone. My name is James Parker. I'm with my wife, Mia.
Jamia Parker.
Gambrell's next.
Hello, my name is Samiko Gambrell.
Hello, my name is Dewan Gambrell.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ebony Lothar, and this is my husband.
Tyrell Lothar, we've been married for 14 years.
Hello, somebody. Hey. I love y'all energy. Don't try to pick Mr. Gambrell in my he all right. He ain't mean for real. All right, so what you saying? With my people? So, okay, so the Lothars. Y'all forgive me. And you know, because I can let my mama up here like I can't get it right. Lothars. All right, so I'm going to ask y'all. Y'all can start off. Y'all energy match mine too, because I'm just like that. It do. So marriage is, in your own words, either one of y'all can start, your wife or you. Marriage is, in your own words.
Right. I'm going to say marriage is fun.
Okay.
You know, if you don't take advantage of the fun that you may have with your spouse, then what's the point of actually really being married? Why? If you have to enjoy your spouse, if you don't enjoy your spouse, then your marriage is going to be boring. It's going to lack so many things. It's going to allow the enemy to come in.
That's
and
right.
One thing that me and my wife do, we want to make sure that we introduce God in every aspect of our marriage. That's why we've been married for so long. That's why we actually been together for 20 years.
Hello, good.
But
yes.
married for 14.
Wait a camera.
And so I'm trying to tell you, if you can't have fun, many times we've had people tell us, you know, y'all don't act like boyfriend, girlfriend, or y'all don't act like y'all married. Y'all act like y'all friends. And I'm trying to tell you, you have to enjoy your spouse. If you don't enjoy your spouse, then what's the point?
And I can't say, watch y'all videos. Y'all do enjoy. Look, I mean, y'all be getting it. Y'all be TikToking it out, and I be look at y'all. And y'all be handing me TikTok.
Come on, what you trying to do?
Huh?
What you trying to do?
I don't know, because I messed up a lot, so I leave for the young folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I leave for the young people who got messed up.
So, Gambrells, I want you guys to also tell me what is marriage to you. Starting with you, Juan, and then I want you to speak on it too, Samiko.
Well, for me, I guess what's the question? How would I put it? We've been together so long, it just...
How long is so long?
27 years.
Hello. Yes. Been a
They're the best.
Okay.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's all on what you make it, but you got to learn each other. I mean, you're going to have the good times, and those are the times that you really put to the test during the difficult times. The easy times, when things going smoothly, like financially, or the disagreements, things like that with the children, or maybe you and her. But for us, marriage is great now.
Okay.
You know, we had our struggles. I'm not gonna sit here and put on a front for anyone. We had our struggles, but we, you know, through the grace of God, you know, we have made it. But I enjoy being married. You know, I love my family.
That's right.
And me and her, like I say, I guess it's everything that the challenges have brought us so close that we understand each other. Like, coming here, she know what I'm put on. She know what I like. You know, she
And
know all
y'all
those
matching
things.
tonight. Hello, somebody.
like,
what y'all shirts say,
you know,
Mr.
I just say marriage is what you make it. Meaning, you got to learn what works for you in your household, works for you in your household. I can't do what the Lothers may do, or the Parkers may do. I got to do what the Gambrell was best for us. So learn your spouse, and once you do that, I think that will make your relationship more special to you, because it's just you and that person, what's unique to you. So that's what I think it is. It's just what you make it for you and your household.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, he kind of said everything
No,
I
what
kind
you
of wanted to
said.
say. Shut up, Rashid. But basically, for real, marriage is what you make it. For me, marriage is having fun. I'm goofy. I love to have fun. We all know he's serious all the time, so it takes a lot.
So how does that work out? Him being serious and you being goofy.
How does that work?
Yeah, how that work out?
It doesn't work out good. Because most of the time he's like, y'all go ahead now. But with the kids, I think now he's opening up more, like
Okay.
as far as, you know, having fun. Because I like to have fun. DJ is serious like him. Josiah, he's on the TikTok. And we just love to have fun. So like you said, marriage is what you make it. That's basically what it is for me.
Okay.
Okay, meet the Parkers. So, what is marriage to you guys?
You want to talk?
Because I see somebody a little shy. Both of y'all look. You got to talk too. You can't just hold it to her.
I'm gonna talk.
Go ahead.
Talk. To me, marriage is about learning each other, growing together, and building a bond that no man or no woman can break. I believe in putting God first. My father is a pastor. He gave us 7 pillars of marriage, and one of the first pillar he taught us was faith. You have to have faith, and that's believing in Christ through the good and the bad, having each other's back. When I'm down, she's picking me up. When she's down, I'm holding her up.
Okay.
So marriage is about building, loving the Lord, loving your family.
And she picked that belly up,
Yes,
so she
I
be
like
cooking
that.
for you. I seen it.
Hey, I eat good every night. I eat good every night.
I know. I can tell because
Every
her dad meals. I believe she would. I would be to put this on the plate. Do you really cook this stuff? Because you be eating ribs in the middle of the week. You cook it. You cook. That's
right.
good. That's good.
That's the way she.
He a
That's,
country boy. He love to eat.
Yeah. Hello, somebody. You got they say stuff.
And he don't eat anything out of a box.
Oh, homemade mac and cheese.
they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Okay.
That is true.
You gotta know how to
He
cook.
don't eat nothing out of a box.
I can tell because I was looking at y'all
No
pictures.
macaroni cheese, no beans, no nothing. It gotta be straight.
That's probably why she's right now married. I don't know how to make no homemade mac and cheese. I don't like to cook, period.
When
So,
we first met, I tried to get him something out of a box. He was like, "What you doing?"
cause I seen the
like,
ribs.
this for
With,
me.
I seen the ribs. I said,
This
she
like
got this for
me.
Applebee's. I said, she got this for Applebee's to put it on the plate.
No, ma'am, you got to cook.
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, just to piggyback on what he was saying, what everybody said pretty much, and we're still learning because we only a year in. But putting God first and foremost over everything is our goal, and then we pray together. We pray together a lot. Before we go to bed, we pray, and that was one thing that we vowed to do before when we first got married, is to put prayer the head of our life. So that's one of our main goals that we do. And then I'm like Samiko said, I'm the goofy one. He kind of serious. I was like, baby, loosen up some. I mean, let's have a good time. So, I mean, it just works for us.
Okay, so we have a question from our audience. Where did each couple meet? So we can start off with the Lothers, then Gambrells, and then Parkers.
She taking the mic, y'all.
I'll take this question because his response is a bit embarrassing. But the short version is we met at McDonald's on Main Street. We was working together, and then we was also going to school together, Lakeland High School. So we met during those times.
Okay.
Hey, she need to tell the truth. She leaving out a whole lot of stuff.
Fill us in, Mr.
The part of the matter is she couldn't resist me.
Oh, okay.
She couldn't resist me. When we was working at McDonald's and everything, she was, trying to play hard to get. But I had to wear her down. The word says, "He who finds a wife obtain a foundness of a good thing and obtain a favor of the Lord." And so I had to go after her. Even though she was playing hard to get, I had to go after her. And I didn't stop till I got her.
Hey, good job. Yes. Yes, way to get a minute.
And big ups to Lakeland High School.
Oh, 06.
We actually met at John F. Kennedy Middle School.
What? Okay.
In the 8th grade. That's where we met.
Wow.
Well, I was in 7th. He was in the 8th. He was running behind me. And as you
So
see,
who went after who?
he came after me.
I'm gonna need him to. Is that how it went?
Well, it was something like that. It was
Okay.
basically was an auditorium, and back then we had everybody had a little flower shirts and little orange little scratch. I remember that's how long ago it's been. The old classic Reeboks, little black ones, And so I seen. I said, I think I was telling Woo at the time. I said, Woo. I said, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna talk. Get at her, Woo. So then, she looked funny back then, hair everywhere and stuff like that. So this was like '92. It was like '92. So from there, no, you wasn't.
Wait again.
So from there, we just started talking from there, from '92 until we went to Nancy Road.
Okay. Parker.
We went to, he used to watch me all the time at church. Like my choir would come to his choir. But I wasn't really paying him no mind because I was in a relationship. But how we started talking, we went to school together, but of course, we didn't talk in school either. I was not thinking about James then either. But we actually started talking on Facebook. That's how we started talking. That's how we actually met.
So he came after
Facebook.
you?
Huh?
Who contacted who first on Facebook?
He went to your inbox.
He's in DMs.
Y'all, how he got my attention.
Oh, so he slid in your DM.
It did go down in the DM, but listen, how me and him started talking, he was liking all of my old pictures on Facebook. And you know how somebody go on Facebook and they just like all of your pictures and you see their name down. I was like, who's this boy? Who's this man keep liking all my pictures? So I was petty and I did him the same way. So then he inboxed me some ass.
Okay.
And ever since then.
Them eyeballs.
Oh, them eyeballs.
Like his ass looking.
Them eyeballs got y'all here.
Well, I get eyeballs from all the wrong people.
My sister had inboxed him back and put a kissy face back to him and acting like me. And we've been talking ever since.
Kim.
Okay, now, does everyone believe in submission, not just for the wives, but also for the husbands? We can start with the Gambrels, Lothers, and Parkers.
Oh, the men. You say for the men, right? Both. Well, as far as the woman, I just believe if the head of the household is doing the right things, he leading his wife the right way, she should follow. But if I'm not doing the right things, then she should check me and say, hey, we need to discuss this or what have you. Because no one's going to follow any man that's not leading them right, as far as to make decisions for the household. But as far as me being submissive, I'm alpha male, I'll be honest with you. But I'm not going to overrule my wife because she's still grown. She's an adult just as well as I am. But we have respect for each other. So if I'm listening to what she said, I know when she's serious and when she, stuff like that. So I know when to pull back and when to pull the punches. But I think both people have to come to that understanding that everybody is grown and you gotta have respect for one another in the household.
Okay.
Yes, basically what he said. I have not always been submissive, but as y'all know, like you said, we've been together for a long time. So I feel like if he's doing what he's supposed to do as leading, yes, I am going to be submissive.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this topic right here was a very interesting one for me and my wife. You know, when we first got married, being submissive, for some reason, she could not stand this word, submissive. The word submissive was something that she did
Wait
not
a damn minute.
we would get into it, and she'd tell me, she said, I say, the word said you gotta be submissive. She was like, I ain't no dog. You said you ain't no dog. I'm like, but hey, I said, you getting mad at me, eh? I said, this is what the word said. But, you know, and through it all, I believe that it takes submission somewhat on both parts. You know, because I'm man enough to admit, you know, if I need to be corrected, or if I'm wrong about a situation and she's telling me that I'm wrong, I need to be man enough to admit that and be show that type of humility and humbleness and everything. Because the word says we ought to love our wives as Christ loves the church. And so Christ, he loves us so much that he died for us.
That's
So
right.
I should be loving my wife in the same manner. And I'm not loving my wife in the same manner, then again, what's the point? What's the point? A lot of times people, they don't really understand the concept of marriage to really get that of how much we're supposed to love our spouse.
Yes.
I also, like you said, I had a hard time with the word submission because it's like, you want me to do what? But through growth and through learning and maturing in a marriage, I had to understand that, you know, I couldn't be so dominant wherein I wasn't allowing him to be the man of the house, you know. And so, like they said, if the husband is doing the right thing, you know, I'm to follow him as he follows Christ. And if you're doing the right things, I have no problem with submitting and doing what it is I'm supposed to do as a wife. And so I think long as the husband is doing right and doing what they're supposed to do, I'm willing to lead and be submissive and to follow. But that's not saying that I lose my voice in the house. It's just saying you got to know when to pull back and when to come in. And so.
Okay. Come on, Parkers.
Well, I mean, everybody done just said everything, but in my house, I'm the king.
Okay.
She's
You
the
wear the
queen.
pants.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We work together. You know, some areas I'm lacking. You know, she was there to rule. What she's lacking, I'm ruling. You know, if I'm not correct, she's gonna correct me all night.
All night.
But
Okay.
we gonna get it done.
All
Understand
right.
what I'm saying? We work together. We vow to God that we will work through whatever. So this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, piggyback.
Yeah.
Ditto to what he said. I'm still working on the submission part of
Right.
it. Not being so dominant, knowing that my husband is the man of the house. Because sometimes I be in there fussing and I be trying to talk over top of him and I be like, wait a minute. So I had to calm myself down and be like, I'm so used to doing it my way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes I had to take a step back and be like, he is the head of the household, so I need to just listen.
Gotcha. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. It's going to take a special man for she to rock, because I'm just like that. Like, I have a problem with submission. I don't know. I might be single for the rest of my life. I just don't know, because I'm used to doing everything on my own. Like,
And it be like that sometimes, but then sometimes it's like, I mean, it just, once you find the right guy,
that's the key.
you'll,
And I'm gonna tell you something, because
God.
if you get the right one, then I won't have to feel bad or
Absolutely.
feel no type of way
Absolutely. And
about
that's
doing
what I
it.
was
I'll
going
be like,
to.
yes, sir. Want me to bark like a he say bark. I'm probably doing everything. I'm probably doing everything he tell me to do.
Okay, so Samiko, question for you. What do you like or love about Mr. Gambriel? And how did you know he was the one to marry?
Ooh, I don't even know. It's been on and off so long. He's a good guy. Out of his seriousness, if I could get that seriousness away from him, he's so serious. But I don't know. I mean, just growth, I guess. Like things that he didn't do before, like he's actually grown to do. I mean, I can honestly say, just piggyback when we first got married, I'm gonna be honest, because y'all know I'm an honest person. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't gonna sugarcoat. When we first got married, had DJ, it was times where he would go buy a $200 hat when he knew the cable bill needed to be paid.
Okay.
You know, the cable about to get cut off, but you going to buy a $200 hat.
You want to look good? Hello, somebody. Wait again, minute.
And of course, our thing was I was spoiled. So
Okay,
at any
can see
moment,
that.
I'm gonna go back home because I knew I could do that. But through all of that, I can honestly say, like, he has become a great man as far as taking care of his family. He's gonna make sure we're all good. So I can say that I truly believe he's the man for me, even though he get on my nerves, and I know I get on his with my mouth.
So who idea was y'all to dress alike? Yours or his?
Mine,
I already knew that.
got the heels on the back, whatever.
So, Mr. Gambrell, how did you know Samiko was the one for you to even ask her to marry you?
He knew on nobody else.
I want the uncut part.
Right.
What was it?
I guess you know, when you've been with someone so long, and you know, not only just the physical attraction, things like that. We grew on each other when we was younger, and I said, you know, that's why. And I see her values of her family. So I knew what I went through. Me and my sister with our family, not on my mother's side, but my father's side. So we really wasn't as close. So I was like, well, you know, that's what I want for my children. I want a family like someone come from that foundation. So then I said, you know, I think, you know, this is who I'm gonna settle down with. Now, what she said about me, yeah. I mean, I come from just the struggle. So how I want to live, I didn't know what it was to be a husband or a father. I was learning on the fly. But I always knew that I was always be in my children's life, no matter what. As far as just providing things like that, yeah, that's one thing. Because I was more about me, you know, at that time. But as you grow older and mature and start understanding things that your family comes first, your household, all those things. So everything I do now, me, secondary. Everything's for my children and my wife, you know, to make sure that they're good to go, that their foundation is laid and good to go, secured. But, and that's how, you know, me and her now is like the mouth, yeah.
That's what
Uncut.
you're saying. Happy wife, happy life.
True.
Hello.
But that's true. But the husband, you got to think of your husband also.
That's right.
You know, I mean, he shouldn't have to like my man wife. So she cooks like that, cook every day.
Do she cook? Miss Gambrell don't cook like that.
Well, from scratch. See, now, me personally, yeah, my grandmother used to cook like that, so I'm used to that, raised like that. But I'm not too. As long as she has something for me to eat, I'm fine.
Gotcha. So you ain't picky.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You know, that's the main thing. As long as I have something to eat at home, whether she had to work at night, something like that. As long as you got a meal for me, I'm good to go because I work overnight anyway.
Okay.
So I really don't care about that per se. But you know, I guess you said about the mouth. Your mouth. That's the only thing about my wife is it. the mouth. You know? But I done grown with that now. It's like I hear you. I turn the TV. I keep turning the TV. Oh, you're great. Yeah, you're great now.
All right now.
Okay, so Parkers, when you guys got married, was it like a traditional thing with y'all families that already, like y'all had it in y'all mind that y'all were gonna get married? Or did it just...
To be honest with me, I told my mom that I would never get married.
Oh.
I said I would be a bachelor and just chill.
Oh.
You know, do my thing, take care of my daughter. But as time went on, I started seeing myself doing the same thing, ending up at the same stop. I was like, Lord, what I'm doing wrong? You know, I can't find no woman that fits me. Either they, you know, money hungry or want to use a dude, or every time I, you know, take them out, it's all on me, and I'm not getting nothing in return.
Right.
And you know, I had a long talk with my father, and he was like, "Look, you just need to pray, take some time off, and get yourself together." And I remember myself just going out. I wasn't even going to the club, and I was just going out to the bar and just have a drink, get something to eat, and come back home. So getting back to finding her, I remember my mom worrying me one Sunday. She's like, look, we got this church service. I want you to come. And I was like, I ain't trying to go to that church service. She was like, look, I want you to come to the service. So I went to the service, and her church happened to be there. And I was in the back. I'll never forget, I was in the back with the sound guy, and I was joking on him. And I was like, man, who is that girl up there? Like, she was like dolled up, heels on, little dress. I was like, I'm keeping it 100. I was like, man, I'm going to get her before I leave out here. He was like, man, you going to get her. You don't even know her. So I happened to know somebody that knew her. And, we started talking, and she was like, look, thank you, but no thank you. I'm in a relationship. And I wasn't used to that. Like, I ain't used to, getting turned down, you know what I mean? Like, I'm used to women just, I'm just keeping it 100.
Right.
I'm talking to the wrong women, you know what I mean? But when I started talking to her, she taught me something different.
Did that turn you on even more?
It made me want her even more. It wasn't nothing sexual, it just, she made me chase her. And it was a good chase.
Right.
I remember being out of work for like 2 weeks. And I tell this story everywhere. And so she working a little job, not making that much money. She handed me like a couple $100. We was just talking. She was like, look, put this in your pocket. I'm like, $200, what?
Nice.
Little stuff like that. You can get a king if you do stuff like that.
Right.
But a lot of these
I'm
young
gonna save
women.
my income tax, but go ahead.
I mean,
I'm gonna save about $500. I'm gonna put $500 aside.
It's levels. It's levels. When you get the love in return, you will go to mile for a person. But if you're not getting it in return, I said this like my granddad always told me. How a woman or a man comes at you, that's how they're gonna be treated.
Because she won't use you, so she gave you something.
If you come at me and it's the booty or whatever, how do you want me to treat you? Understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
But if you come at me on some, no, I'm gonna wait, let me get to learn you and know you, okay, that's something. You know what I mean? We don't have that no more. It ain't no real love out here no more. It's more lusting.
That's right.
And I done fell, I'm pretty sure everybody in this room done fell in the trap before. Then got connected with the wrong person, caught in emotions on, the physical part, but it's more to life than that.
That's nice. So, yeah.
So,
yeah, me.
Okay.
I want her to answer it.
Answer the question.
Like traditional, did you feel like your like y'all married, like you was gonna be married because it was traditional, or how did you see that coming?
No, because it's not. I mean, it is traditional for people to get out here and get married, but it wasn't really traditional in my family because my mother and father didn't last together. Weren't together, so it wasn't like a traditional thing. I had no idea when I was getting married, and after the last relationship that I had got out of marriage was the last thing on my mind. Taking care. When I got with Jay, we was friends. We became lovers over time. But like he said, when he got with me, I was in a relationship. So after I got out of a relationship, that's when we really, I didn't give him my phone number until after I was done with the other guys.
Okay.
But going through so much from my past relationship, he was there every step of the way. So our friendship became more than friendship.
more like a friend.
Yeah,
Great
that's how we
friends.
started. He went through me,
She fell
the
on hard
crying,
times.
the whole thing. Jay was right there to pick me back up through every broken piece that I lost. He put them back together somehow. But it definitely, marriage was the last thing on my mind. I told him that was my idea. Of course, every woman wants a husband, but I wasn't rushing it. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to take time with my kids after I got out of my last relationship. So no.
And to piggyback on her, I ain't mean to take all the time.
No, you fine.
But the way she took care of her grandparents, man, the stuff that she did, on her break, making sure her grandfather ate, taking him breakfast, lunch, up until when he got sick, making sure he went to the doctor, making sure her grandma was taken care of. That's what really got me connected with her. I said, I need somebody like this on my side. I want somebody to take care of my kids.
I take care of my early daddy too.
You want somebody that's gonna love you for you, not what you can do for them, but love you for you.
This man really loves his wife. Right. Okay. Right. That's right.
He's elderly.
I hope somebody see Rashida taking care of her dad. And then we have a question for each one of you. If there was one thing that you can say you love about your spouse, what would that one thing be? And we can start off with the Lothers, the Gambrels, and then the Parkers.
If I had to choose one thing to say that I loved about my husband, it would be his relationship with Christ. At the end of the day, with my marriage, I feel like that has been the game changer. Without Christ, we wouldn't be together. I love the fact that he is who he is day in, like what you see is what you get. You know, a lot of people look at us and say, well, are they really like that behind scenes? Like it's no show. You know, what you see with us is truly what you get. But he leads the family in the way that God will help him to lead, you know, and that's what I love about him, because being in other relationships that weren't this, you know, before marriage, you know, I was tired. I was to the point where, you know, I sought God and I was on some God. I wanted marriage, you know, I wanted to get married. I knew that the boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, that wasn't for me, you know, and so I sought God and told God what I wanted in a husband, and God gave me what it is that I asked for. And so if I had to pinpoint one thing that I love about him, it would be his relationship with Christ.
Amen. I just need to pray more, but go ahead.
Amen. And you know, I truly really do love my wife. And if I had to say anything as far as her, it would also be her love for Christ as well. Because my grandmother, she brought me and my cousins and my siblings up in church. But when I became a teenager, I strayed away from the church. And when I strayed away from the church, I ended up meeting Miss Ebony here.
Okay.
And when we met, she introduced me and asked me to come to her church. And so this was new to me. I was like, I never had a girl invite me to their church. And I'm like, how old are you? You're like, you here you are 16 asking me to come to your church and everything.
Awesome.
And so, 17, she's a year older than me. But,
Okay.
but here she is, she's 17, asking me to come with her to church. And so I get with her to church and everything, and I start to see how she praises God. You know, even as a child, praise was in her. Right. And the more I got to know her, the more I started to fall in love with that God that was in her. And the more I started falling in love with God. To the point, I remember when I was 16, we had experienced our first loss of a child. You know, she was pregnant, and she ended up having a miscarriage. And so I remember she called me one night, and she asked me, she said, Tyrell, what you doing? And I said, nothing in the bed. And she said, are you saved? And I'm like, at that time, I knew that I loved God. I had a love for God, and I knew I was a good person. So I'm like, I told her that. And she said, well, do you want to get saved? And I said, I just like, my 16-year-old self said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just like they said, I don't care. And so when she asked me that, I said, why you ask me that? And she told me, she said that she had just got back from a church service, a revival at her own church. And she went to the prayer line, and the lady talked to her, the prophetess talked to her, and told her of a great loss she had just experienced. She didn't know that my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, had just lost our child, just had a miscarriage. And so she said that the man, she's asking my wife, was she married? My wife was like, no. She said, the man you involved with, is he saved? And she was like, she don't know. And so she began to tell my wife to go home and ask me, am I willing to get saved? And if I was to say no, for her to drop me right then and there.
Oh, good job, Mr. Yes. You did right.
For her to drop me right then and there. So I'm on the other end of the phone while she's saying all this. I'm like,
and you straight away from church, and that's straight away since the pandemic. So, but because I can't get with the horns and stuff, but I'm going back. As soon as they open the church back, I'm going back. I can't get with the horn blowing. I straight away too, but I'm telling you, I'm going back. Go back. I'm getting all y'all tips. I'll write them down.
Who's next?
I'm going back.
The Parkers or Gambrels? Okay.
What do you love about
One thing, I honestly, like I said, well, like y'all know, we've been together on and off, we ain't going nowhere, whatever. But one thing that really turns me on about him, and I love about him, is the father that he is to our kids.
Yes.
growing up, his father wasn't in his life. So, you know, that really means a lot to me. Y'all know I love my kids, and they are everything to me. And the Lord knew, because I've, you know, been with guys, and he looks after babies and fools. So he knew who to make my baby daddy.
That's right.
But that's one thing that turns me on about him, the way he love and take care of his kids.
Ooh, I wish
Okay.
God knew. I wish he knew for me.
I guess the main thing that I would say I would love about my wife is, like I said earlier, that her family upbringing and the way she loves her family and the love that they have, she brings it to our family. She's the glue that keeps us together. I mean, I'm the provider and stuff like that.
That's right. Way to get in.
But as far as everything in the household that keep me grounded and keep me and my boys together, you know, she's the one. So that's one thing I love about her. She gonna make sure that we're good to go.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, Parkers. Who's gonna go first? You gonna go first, James?
I mean, he took the words right out of my mouth. You know, my wife is the glue. She holds it down, you know.
So that's what you love about her?
I love her spirit. I love, you know, she would do anything for anybody. And she's never, you know, the cussing or the fussing, the argumentative, the drama-fied person, you know, that's not her.
What you trying to say, James?
I don't know.
What you trying to say?
I just
You
like
gotta
her.
calm down, relax.
Hello.
You trying to tell the viewers
Pine got some tips. I'm writing some down for her too. I'm writing some tips down for her.
I just love the way she does everything.
The grown one.
Yeah,
Okay.
grown and sexy. Yeah.
Okay, what you love about your good husband? Cause this man loves you, baby. It's
I
down to
love
your
everything.
ankles.
I love him because he loved God first, and then he loves me.
Amen.
He loves me, but God is head. I told you, God is the head of our life, and then he loves me.
So I'm gonna put a little twist to it. Go ahead, Pine. Go ahead, cause I got something I want to ask.
Oh, no, go ahead and twist it.
Go ahead, Pine.
I have something to ask right quick. Miss Luther? Tell me one thing you dislike about
That's
your
what I was
husband.
going to say. Cause everybody on the love. We want the real.
One thing I dislike would be,
He said,
he think he know everything. That's one thing right there. He think you can't tell him when he think he know. That's my thing right there. And then he'll also now, he said that she's not the argumentative type, but you know, me and him, we bump heads, y'all. I'm not even gonna tell a story. We bump heads. And you know, I'm the person, I want to talk about it right then and there. We're gonna get this thing right. But when he shut down, that's it. He ain't gonna talk about it until he get ready to talk about it and get it right. But I'm like this, come on. He like this. Give me a minute, you know. And sometimes that's the best, because sometimes you need to cool off before you discuss it, before you say something that you can't take back. You know?
right.
And so it's the good and the bad, but that's what.
Okay, Juan, Mr. Gambrell, one thing you don't like about Miss Gambrell.
The cell phone.
Okay.
The cell phone. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's one thing. That's the one thing I can say. Other than that, we good. But it's like that phone is that the iPhone is just like glued to it. It's like she got, you know. That's the only thing that. Other than that, like I said, I'm good to go with it. That cell phone.
So basically, Juan, you want her to be phoneless. If she was phoneless, she'd be.
No, I just feel like all right, be honest. I just feel like you gotta prioritize those things in the household. I mean, like if we sit down, it's got to be time for us to talk. You can't have the phone all the time, because you know most time I'm sleeping today. I'm asleep. So you got all the time your phone, you do whatever, you know, it's things like that. Then, but when I get up or we sit at the table, put the phone down. Oh, we talk a little later. You know, stuff like that. You gotta put that time. That can't be just more of, you know, your friends or whatever you got going on. You know, you got a spouse too. You know, I want to talk sometimes. I like to talk too.
That sounds so familiar. Yes.
Miss Parker, one thing you don't like about Mr. Parker.
Me?
Yes, Miss Parker.
That he's so serious. That he's so serious all the time. I'm like, loosen up, babe. Come on, loosen up. Let's play. Let's have a good time. Other than that, he's good. Other than his snoring.
Okay. All right now.
Who do you guys turn to for advice, or do you work it out amongst each other? Are there any couples that you look up to that helps you in your marriage? And that's for everybody. We can start with the Parkers, Gambrels, and then Lothers.
We try to just work everything in house. We still learning. You know, this is an ongoing journey for us. So we try to keep it in the house, pray about it, and let God lead us.
I don't honestly. I don't have a certain couple I look up to or anything like that because everybody have their own model of what marriage is. Works for them in their household. Most of me and Sim, we've been through the storms, so we just sit and talk about it together. Most of the time, I got one cousin that I talk to about a lot of things. That's my best friend. So outside of my wife, she's her best friend, but that's a male figure. Or one of my guys, because I got a friend, Mike. He's married as well. He's been married as long as I have. So we bounce things off each other, But for the most part, I keep it in the house because, when you start getting too much out there, it causes, the devil step in and start causing confusion. And I've been down that road before. So most times, or most times in the morning I ride home, I call my sister.
That's right.
We talk, cause she gonna tell me.
But keep her out of it too.
No,
y'all serious
not like that. But sometimes I feel a certain way. She always know how to hit me. She gonna say, "Well, I'm right or wrong. Hey, bro, you wrong."
Cause y'all should be twins. Y'all look just alike. Gambrel, wait a minute.
So that's what we do. It just. Just do things like that, man, and that's why we got grown closer between each other.
Okay, Lothers, sorry.
Well, I think what works for us is keeping it within our household. I feel like when you go out of your household, that gives too many opinions as to what's going on in your household. And like you said, I don't really have a couple that I would say I look up to. I see plenty of examples of marriages. My mother and father, they've been married my whole entire life, been together. And then his mom and his stepfather. But everything don't work for everybody, so we have to do what works for us. And I feel like, all advice ain't good advice. And so we pray about it, we talk about it, and we handle it the way that we're going to handle it. Yeah.
Okay. What option is completely off the table when y'all get in a disagreement? Have the couples ever went to bed mad at each other without resolving their problems? And this is for everybody.
Yes, all the time. No, I'm just joking. We don't really.
Well, he said he at work at night, so y'all can go to bed.
Well, it's a little different for us because our schedule. But early on, yes. But now, no. Because really, it's I guess you've been together so long that I done learned her so. I know how to make her mad or vice versa. And I know how to just. But now I don't respond. So it's like you gotta get the energy. You don't feed it, won't grow. So if it's something I feel like, no, we ain't discussing it. That don't make no sense. Then we just, like another house, she started talking sometimes, and I'm like, looking at CNN, okay. Because some stuff. Why argue for? For what?
Do y'all still have butterflies?
Because the stuff is minute.
Y'all still have butterflies in your stomach when each other come home?
Oh no! Y'all see this over 30 years in it. 30 years in it almost. So I'm excited to get home to my family. Yes, to see my wife. Yes, true. But the butterfly thing.
Yeah, flew away.
Okay, she said flew away. The butterfly.
Okay, the Parkers. Oh, you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Parkers, y'all can go ahead.
Y'all go.
Oh, well, me, I never go to bed mad at my wife. I remember having an argument. We had our first big kind of argument, and it was over something stupid.
But y'all talked about it before you went to sleep.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
I tried to sleep it off and was like, nah, I ain't going in the room. Then I just found myself like, look, you go in the room and hug her and tell her I'm sorry. And sometimes you gotta, with marriage, it's a give and take. You might be right, but sometimes you gotta, work it out.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, I would never go to bed, angry.
All right.
I always get it right because today, tomorrow is never promised.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, when it comes down to going to bed angry when you're mad at your spouse, I would be lying if I say I didn't. Because me personally, I would go to bed feeling some type of way if we had a disagreement about something. But she is the one that always want to talk. She be the one, I'm asleep, she'll nudge me. And I can be so in my way, I'll be over there like, I'm not gonna move. She be like, leave me alone. But she be like, Tyrell, so you just gonna do this all day? You gonna do this all night? And I'm like, what? She said, we gotta talk about it, And so, having that side of her along with the side of me that's so laid back and just let me have my time to myself and I'm good type of atmosphere, you know, opposites attract. Yeah. And because I'm so different and she's so different, she helps fulfill and complete certain things about myself. And I realized that, and that's the whole concept of marriage in a sense. God has brought somebody that to help fill those areas that I need to be filled. Yeah. Because, you know what I'm saying, I was, you know, just as we are married to Christ, Christ is married to us and everything, he is there to fill those holes, those gaps. If you need Christ to be your lover, he'll be your lover. You need him to be your father, he'll be your father. If you need him to be your sister, your brother, whatever it is that you need from him, that's what he's there for to be. And my wife is in the same manner that towards me. When I need a friend, she's a friend. When I need a partner to Netflix and chill with, that's her. When I need a shoulder to cry on, that's her. And I thank God for that.
Wait again, man. All right. So you guys, I got a question. I'm about to put a big spin on it because, you know, of course, we need to know these things. So they say when you get married that sex is only is missionary. Is that true for you guys? Like, are you only supposed to just keep it?
Wait a gammon.
It's like once a month or something.
So yeah, it's like you know when you get.
What's the song?
And then did all of you wait? So I got two questions in one basically. Y'all sex life is the only missionary, and then did you wait until you were married to actually have sex?
Well, can I start off by saying, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, you know, with me and my wife, as far as our love life in the bed and everything, that's personal. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that's something that I take very serious. It's sacred. You know what I'm saying? It's sacred to me because of my faith and my love for God. I don't want to cross boundaries against my wife and dishonor her in any type of way by putting that type of information out there. But I love my wife.
I respect that.
Okay.
I respect that. I got that.
Well, I'm gonna answer. Yes, we did wait. No, I'm lying. No, we didn't wait. It's hard. When you are a mother, a wife. I mean, you know,
But go ahead.
You can't have every night. Like, I'm tired. I'm taking care of these kids. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I do all of that around the house. They don't help me. I live with 3 men. Okay. They don't help me.
Okay.
So I do try to, you know, satisfy my man. It is, you know, and we older. You know, I'm tired. I'm 40. Okay. But I think he's satisfied.
Okay.
So your knees don't work no more.
27.
Your knees don't work no more. You don't got making knees no more. They don't work the same.
I work on sometimes. I be tired sometimes.
So no missionary. So far with y'all, is it only missionary? No.
I wouldn't say it was missionary because, like, I mean, with our schedules, now we off. So I guess, you know, like on Mondays and Tuesdays I work.
Oh Lord.
So on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we get it in because the kids gone. We got a 5-year-old running around the house. You know, we gotta sneak the quickest in sometimes or whatever. But okay, you got something you want to say?
The Parkers, y'all wait. Look.
No, we did not wait. I didn't make him wait 3 months when we were dating.
Okay, so you went past 30
Go
days.
and have sex with him, and that was one of the things that he was telling you. I made him wait.
I wasn't used to it.
Okay.
So, but now we're not missionaries. We're still new.
That's right. Newlyweds.
Yeah, so no, we're definitely not missionary, but
Hey, Hello,
I
somebody.
do gotta bribe my 5-year-old sometimes though.
Okay.
I gotta get him whatever he won't get out the way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know.
So he get
Cause
okay.
he
So
be
he got to
all
go.
over the house.
sometimes.
Yeah, he don't want to go to sleep. He want to play the PS5 all night.
Okay.
But, yeah, but it's all good though.
So I guess I might have asked that wrong when I said missionary. I do mix up my words, y'all. So
I get what you were saying.
what you
Yeah.
what you thought I was
Basically
saying?
said missionary.
Is
Was you
on
saying-
one position? Like you only supposed to stay in one position? Or
I
something?
thought you meant like missionary, like not doing it as much. That's
No,
what I
what's
thought.
the word for the?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Missionary is just on top. Just,
Right, missionary.
Oh.
missionary. Okay,
That's
yeah,
missionary.
that's what I was asking.
You saw it, my party, girl. You know, ain't no missionary going on.
Wait again.
Yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give a young couple that's about to be married or newly married? I know two of you are newly married. What advice would you give them for wanting to get married? Anybody?
Number one, really know yourself. You got to know yourself and know who you are and what you want. Because if you don't, you're going to waste your time or waste somebody else's time. Money,
Right.
you know, you just don't get married to get married. I don't know nobody just get married. You know, you want to take it, like he said, sacred. Once you go in front of God, you know, you making a vow to this man, this woman, to death.
So let me ask y'all something. I know I'm a good person. Give me some advice. I'm a good girl, and I do what I'm supposed to do for my girls, my
Yes.
family, hard work and everything.
Yes.
And I believe in God. So basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do my man have to be into church? Because it's
No,
like,
it's not like that.
or they just be mature or something. I don't know.
Like
maybe
sometimes,
I'm
like
trying
he
to.
was, like my man was saying, sometimes opposites attract. I'm a DJ. Understand what I'm saying? My wife grew up in the church. I used to go with her to church every Sunday, about 4 or 5 services. You understand what I'm saying?
When you
But
say opposite attract, so
opposite attract, but with my craft, she will lay down that and
but you
go
was
with
attracted
me.
to her, right?
Yeah, I'm attracted. But what I'm saying is, she's some stuff that I'm into, she's not into, but
Right.
because she loves me, she supports me.
Right, 'cause
And
some-
you want someone that's going to support you
Right.
with whatever you're doing. If you're doing this podcast and you got a friend that said, "Man, I want to come check you out and see how you work,"
It's saying the ones that I want don't want me.
But-
And then it's saying, I guess they're not right. But it's, you know, and I say to say somebody I think is gonna turn to something, it don't work. But it's just one of them. This one, he's opposite. And I know I think he'll do anything for me, but I just
you just don't.
I'm not
give 'em-
attracted to him.
Yeah, and see
I,
that's
so I did
But
take
that's the one. That's the one.
So I
That's the
told
one that
my-
will change your life. That will
Yes, I
change
said,
your
I
life.
told somebody, I said, well, I think I'm gonna just go out with him. But it's other things. I don't know if it's because he has work done in his mouth and I see him without the tooth. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. I don't know. He might be the one. I don't know.
He might be.
Yeah.
So I have a question for the Gambrels. And then I'm gonna ask the Lothers. Sorry. Okay. Who spends the most money? Oh, it must be equal, huh?
It depends on what it is. I mean, you know.
In a
like,
month time, generally. In a month time. Within a month. Anything.
It would probably be me, I would say, because as we know, like we said, he's gonna make sure all the bills paid. I mean, I'm gonna make sure my bills paid too. He's gonna make sure we have the things we need. I'm gonna go all out for my kids.
The wants.
Like, yeah, the wants, and he's not really with that.
Right.
We kind of crash sometimes about that because I'm gonna buy my kids, and I know they don't need it, but that's just how I was brought up, and I
Right.
want my kids to, you know what I'm saying? So I think it would probably be me as the unnecessary money, unless he's spending it, I don't know.
True. I mean, like, like far as like mortgage, like I do all those things like that, but the unnecessary stuff I feel like we really don't need per se, because I'm out of that stage now, just to spend, cause I got this money over here, I'm gonna go grab that. I'm not into that no more. You know, I'm not trying to live like this one or that one. You know, so, and not saying she does that either, but, and I know she like to give my children, and I want them to look nice, I'm gonna do that, but sometimes I'm like, we can wait on that. You know, like PS5, for example, right? People selling these astronomical numbers. No, I ain't put on 912, no, I'll wait, it will come out, he'll get it. You know, stuff like that. But could I do that? We chose to do something like, yeah, we could, but no. Hold up.
But Samiko gonna spend it anyway.
Right. If she could find it now, you know.
That 900 good is gone.
Right. So stuff like that. So she will. It always come. Wake up. Not come on. Wake up. Amazon. There's a package on the phone. There's a package. So yeah. So she does spend a little more in that aspect.
Right. Okay.
Now,
Spend most.
The Parkers, y'all usually
Lothers.
Sound like my house.
I would probably say I spend the most money. It depends on what you're looking at. But come down to clothes and shoes, it's him. But I'm a person I like to eat out and things like that, and do for the kids also. And so I'll say it's probably me.
Probably you. No, it's her. It's her. I'm trying to tell you all, during this quarantine, I mean, I seen so many packages come to our house. I'm like, yo, what you doing? I feel like I got to put a post on Facebook say, yo, Amazon, do not send any more packages here. Don't send not one more package here and everything. Because she was just going off. This girl has picked up so many hobbies. She gonna got a nail set. She don't want to do nails now. I think she could make T-shirts. She can make pillows. You know what I'm saying? What else? I'm like, yo, and she want all kinds of kitchen supplies. And you know what I'm saying? She tell me she wants some pots and pans. Like, yo, what we got pots and pans for? Look in the trash. I saw a pot in the trash, and she burnt the pot up. And then I saw some. Oh, you want another pot and pan? So it's like, you know, she wants and everything. But I'm just glad that, you know, that God has put us in a position that, you know, I can handle her wants. Even though I will be having to write Amazon a letter. Because it's too much.
Okay, Parkers.
It's me. It's definitely me. If I'm not even gonna let him get the mic, it's me.
Don't got no job and a million packages at the door every week.
Shut up.
Okay, you guys. So it seemed like we ain't been up here long, but we enjoy all of y'all coming to Way to Gammon and joining us tonight. We enjoyed y'all. We hope that our viewers enjoyed y'all as well, and they got all the tips they may need in the marriage life. But what advice would you guys give our podcast, Way to Gammon? What advice would you give all of us?
As far as
About marriage?
No. As far as the podcast and where we're going and how, you know.
My advice would be, for one, y'all doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah. My advice would be, keep going, go harder and go stronger. God has put y'all in a place of having a voice, you know, before people. And with your voice, make sure that it's strong and it's positive, and you don't pull back, you know. Just keep going. That's my advice.
Thank you.
Y'all doing a great job.
Amen.
Okay, Parkers, what advice y'all give us?
I would just say keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing a fantastic job. I enjoyed myself. I was scared to death walking through the door, but I really enjoyed the atmosphere.
Yes.
You know, y'all make me feel so comfortable.
Thank you.
And just keep on doing what you're doing. I love what y'all doing. Y'all share it on Facebook. I'ma share it.
Thank
you. Keep going. Sky's the limit.
Thank you. I had a crowd over here getting tear-eyed.
Don't crash the garage. Talking right quick. Where can I get one of those Way to Gammon shirts?
Right before you leave, baby, we got it. We got some.
Okay.
I would say, I'm gonna let Juan talk too because I know he wants to say something, but I would say keep God first. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm really proud of all of y'all. Like, all of us kind of know each other, you know, outside of the podcast. Londa, she knows she my baby. She the rock. She knows she crazy.
I'm a piece of work, right?
Stop crying. I have to shout this person out. as far as coming out her shell, because she has definitely changed. Like, I don't know if it's the podcast or what, but over the last couple of years, this lady would come to our house, would not say 2 words. She would sit there and stare. And y'all know I like to talk. And she's like, why is she sitting there? Like, she can't say nothing to nobody. Like, what's wrong with her? But all jokes aside, Shantae, I'm proud of you. You have really came out of your shell. She comes over now. She talk. We laugh. We have a good time together.
Because she got.
Ooh, Lord. So y'all just keep God first. Travail, she know I'm proud of her. And I hope y'all just make it all the way to the top. Because I know if y'all go to the top, I'm going with y'all because I'm a Gambrell. Okay?
Because you a gal.
No, just like Sim said, in everything that y'all do, keep God first in everything, and and he will always be. If he's in the midst, it's gonna be a success. But just stay close, stay tight, keep all the naysayers out the way, and always stay positive because you have a platform, as Ms. Lothar said, that platform, and keep it positive, that voice for the community because we need that more than ever now. Amen. Out here. We need some positive people talking on all different subjects, and I'm so proud of all of you. Don't get me wrong, but my sisters, I don't know what to say. I love you, and whenever you come up with a vision, you can give it your all, and just keep pushing, and I love you, and just take care of your team, and every day, just keep grinding, keep grinding.
Don't stop.
And you all will be okay.
Okay, so before we leave, I want each one of you to do one thing. And I want you to say, wait a damn minute in your own way. Starting with the Gambrells, the Parkers, then the Lothars.
Have fun with it.
Okay, wait a damn minute.
Sing it. You better sing it.
Wait a damn minute.
Hey, I was going to stop bopping. Look at you.
Wait a damn minute.
Hello.
Wait a damn minute!
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Share, follow.
Y'all just don't know.
I know. Y'all make sure y'all go back. I did not get to ask a lot of questions. Yeah. But please go back.